if that was me, I would have been like devastated too.
So, do you think we're gonna see a top 50 vote again? Have we forgotten about that?
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's one thing to have to throw it like they did in season 1. It's another thing to have to
Yeah.
kick a ball.
I ate up that moment.
Technically, he could vote for Kady, and then it would be a tie.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. What's up, everyone? It's Ava and Ivy, and we are back with another podcast episode. Today, it's just me and Ivy breaking down episode 9 of Beast Games Season 2. We're excited to talk about it, and there's a lot leading up to the finale for next week, so let's get into it. Okay. So I say, yeah, let's just discuss it by each round. Obviously, we're going to pick up on where the cliffhanger of episode 8 left off, where Auguste is essentially calling out Monika for selling the coin.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't listened to our podcast, listening to how Auguste found out, go listen to that. But yeah, let's jump into it. So we cut up to Auguste on the phone with Monika. One of the first notes I had was like, as soon as Auguste kind of brought it up on the phone, I noticed like Jimmy, like Mr. Beast, kind of walked out of the queue because he probably just didn't want to give it away.
Oh,
like he didn't want to be the
I know.
tell.
Yeah, and then what was it when? Yeah, he said something and they zoomed in on Jimmy's face. Yeah, he had to get out of there to not spoil anything.
Yeah, that was funny. Honestly, August, like, being the gamer he is, he was just tweaking this whole episode. And I'm pretty sure, that's something I wanted to say. He said in the episode, like, the word tweaking. And I remember last year during our podcast, there were a lot of comments on our podcast, like, tweak the what? Like, why are you saying tweaking? Like, that's not what tweaking means. Well, guess what? August just said it in season 2.
Yeah,
so there you have it.
It's canon in Beast Games now, so.
Yeah, literally. All the words like tweaking, brutal. That's just like so Beast Games coded.
It is. But so he calls Monika, she denies, and then he calls Jim, and then Jim doesn't really save it. when he said no, she didn't sell the coin, she would have like $500,000 in her bank account. I was like, no. And then August like put his hands in there. He was like, I was like, dang.
Yeah.
R.I.P. that.
Yeah, so I think it became pretty obvious. And you see August kind of use it to his advantage throughout the game. So he says like, Jim and Monika hate me. Like, and then brings up the coin several times. But August is basically his first plan was to blackmail Monika and Jim and say, I'm going to tell everyone that you sold the coin.
Which, I mean, not a terrible plan in a game like that. You know,
right.
You got to do what you got to do. That's just another thing. But yeah, he did not go as early as I expected him to go, just from like, you know, all of that.
Yeah. And so August was really pushing hard in the beginning. And then I think he was kind of like not humbled, but like he low-key took a step back because he was like, wait, I need to like think this through in order to get through. Because the first round, like from what I remember, I think we thought it was going to be August. And then at the last second, everyone like pushed toward Tyler because Tyler started pushing for votes. And actually, no, Tyler wasn't even pushing for votes. He was literally just like, you know, if you want to vote for me this round, like, yeah, like I'm also happy to stay in to help push my friends through and go through later. So I don't know. Maybe it was just like his kindness and nobleism, is that a word? That got him to be the first one voted through. Like, what do you think?
Right. I don't know. That felt so random to me when it was like, wait, everybody just vote for Tyler now? Like, it was crazy. Which maybe like people didn't like the chaos of like voting for August and like the chaos that was causing. So it's just like, oh, Tyler. Like they all want Tyler to go through anyways. Like, why not just vote Tyler through?
Yeah. And like no money was flying around yet at this point. And I remember the moment like August was kind of taken back and like realized Tyler was pushing for votes was when August told Cory like, I'll send you $5,000 so you can take your kids on vacation. And then Cory was like, but Tyler's rallying for votes and I'm going to vote for Tyler or something. So that was that switch. But yeah, it was like so random.
Yeah.
But obviously, I guess, I mean, we don't see, because they have 30 minutes to discuss per round, right?
Yeah, there's probably a lot that happened we didn't see.
Yeah. And then I remember in the behind the scenes, they're like, yeah, it's only 30 minutes, but it's 30 minutes times 10 because you have to track like what everyone's saying to each other. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so crazy. So we see Tyler make it through, and then we move on to the next round. How did that next round start? Do you remember?
I don't know how it started, but the first thing I have written down was that Hannah sent Jim money to make his number 69,420.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's great.
So that prophecy was fulfilled. It was funny, like, seeing the memes last week, like,
Oh,
Jim wanted to take, which I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of, like, general public people saying that, but I'm pretty sure Jim, like, I don't know, I feel like he started the meme of, "Oh, I should have taken
yeah. Well,
69,420."
he did post that, didn't he?
Right. Yeah, he did.
So,
So
hey, Cory.
I guess he knew it was coming and, like, wanted to build it up, but he got
Yeah.
so hype when that happened.
Yeah, no, that was funny.
But yeah, Hannah sent all of her money away, which honestly, props to Hannah. This episode, we haven't seen a lot from her at all, honestly, throughout this whole season. And I like how she took Jeff's words to heart and was like, okay, I
Mhm.
actually need to start playing this game. Like,
Yeah.
she actually stepped up and did what she had to do. So yeah, she sent the rest of her money, 28K to Monika and Jim. They each got, I think, 28K or something around that number. And yeah, I mean, that's all I have from that. The only other thing that I noted from that round was that, like, Brett voted for Kady as a burn vote, which is like, why not just vote for Hannah at that point though? Like, I don't know. I feel like Brett's strategy in this game wasn't too thought out, in my opinion.
Yeah. I know the throwaway votes made me angry because also with not I mean, I guess the like earlier rounds it doesn't matter as much about a throwaway vote, but the later ones, those do matter. Like you could
Yeah.
accidentally send somebody through, like you could accidentally influence the game. Like, I don't know, I don't get the
Yeah.
point.
Hannah wins round 2 with 4 votes, and August only had 2 votes, which again, you kind of see that defeat in August's face, and that's when round 3 comes in to play, and we see the first twist where they're forced to walk to, like, each other's boxes. So now you got to talk face to face, and that's a whole nother aspect to the game. It's one thing to lie over the phone; it's another thing to lie to their face. So I really did like that change for this year instead of just it being the same. I really like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And it just adds more tension, like seeing them argue, I guess, in person about everything. Like you said, it's so much different over the phone versus in person, like telling someone no or whatever. Like it's so awkward. So yeah, I really like that they did that this year. I wish can you imagine how good that would have been in season one if it was like in person
Yeah.
interactions?
Yeah,
Would have been
that
so
would've
good.
been so yeah. It's just yeah, it's also just so much better for TV, like, TV-wise. Like,
Hmm.
you wanna see them talk face to face.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not allowed to talk in the open, only in the cubes, and they were only allowed to have 2 people at a time in their cubes, I guess I'm gonna call it. And this is where we see August, like, hit the line, like, "I'm tweaking out right now."
Oh yeah.
Because, yeah, he was starting to panic. We see August immediately sprint to Kady's cube and propose a bribe to Kady, but then Kady said she promised Cory her vote. So there's just so much back and forth in this episode, which is obviously expected. So it's kind of hard to, like, talk about every moment. But
Yeah.
yeah, this main round was kind of August, like, making a push, and you see him August go to Brett too, and Brett goes, "I'm not looking for money." Okay, well,
Okay.
how are you gonna play the game then? Like, are you just gonna vote for, like, whoever you want? I guess that was kind of his
Hmm.
strategy. But going into that, sorry, Brett's main strategy, he said, was to wait for the later rounds to push himself through so that he only needs to get, like, 1 or 2 votes versus, like, 4 or 5 votes. So,
Right.
look, I mean, that's pretty smart, like,
Hmm.
thinking that way.
Yeah, I agree. Going off of that and, like, obviously what we see Cory do, I'm not gonna jump too far ahead of that, but I'm, like, surprised more people didn't plan rounds ahead because I feel like that is, like, a logical thing to do. Be like, "Okay, like, I'm fine not going through this one, but, like and then if this person goes through that round, can I just go the 3rd time?" And just, like,
Mhm.
already, like, pre-getting that spot. I'm surprised more people didn't do that.
Yeah. I think people just, like, started panicking so much where it's like, I don't know, you don't wanna send money to someone and then them not vote for you, you know? Which
Yeah.
did we see that? Well, maybe in the
Maybe.
final
I think
round.
I think we probably did, though. There was just so much money being thrown around that I feel like I
Yeah,
don't even know what all, like, actually got used in the right way and what didn't. But
yeah,
I'm sure there was somebody that sent money and then they were like they didn't vote for them.
yeah. Yeah, so round 3 was a big money round, and this is what started, like, all the money being thrown around, I feel like, this round particular. Because then we see Jack trying to figure out, like, who he can bribe and how much he can give to every person in order for Jack to go through. And we see, you know, Jim wants 15K from Jack, for him and Monika. So Jim's just pushing for more money. That's all he wants at this point, which I think we should address Jim and Monika for a second, because it's like, I feel like Jim and Monika may have had the mentality where odds are the group isn't going to push both of them through. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of feels like that Jim was in a mindset where it's like, I'm just going to collect as much money as possible and not go to the top 6. And he was honestly content with that. And we see it in the episode, like, he is like beyond happy in this game. Yeah. When in reality, you know, he's getting eliminated. So I feel like that's like the mentality they had in this game.
I agree. And in the behind the scenes when they're standing in line and he's like, I'm going to get so much money. And like, I don't know, I feel like a couple of them probably had that mindset where like, or obviously Nick did too, where, you know, I'm just going to take as much money as possible. Like they probably knew they're probably not going to get pushed through.
Yeah. And I'm sure Jim was like, and actually he said that he thinks Monika has a better chance at winning it all than himself. So obviously I feel like he would sacrifice himself over Monika for sure.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, things start getting emotional in round 3 too. You know, Monika starts crying. And honestly, like, I do see the online stuff where it's like, oh, crocodile tears, like it's sad. I think it's kind of valid, because under that type of pressure, I feel like I would be crying too. Because I'm like, I don't know who to vote for. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I also want to go through. So it's like, you're just like so overwhelmed by the amount of emotions and amount of money that's getting thrown at you at this point.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty valid.
I agree. This is probably one of those challenges I think I would not want to do. Like that would just be so overwhelming. That'd be so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And like you said, like you're hurting these people's feelings. Like you want to send this person through, but you gave this person your word and this person's offering you money. Like that's so much to process in such a high pressure environment.
Yeah. And we've literally talked about how in the Beast Games environment, it's honestly really hard to process everything that's happening to you. Yeah. Like, I remember when we were on our season, like, the only way we could sit and process our stuff is by, like, journaling or something. Because there's, like, there's no outlet, and you're rarely ever alone in Beast Games. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So I don't think those tears were necessarily, like, fake tears to, like, be sad and, like, get empathy. I really think she was just, like, really stressed out. So I think those were real tears. But to wrap up round 3, I guess, you know, we see Jack send 15K to Monika and Jim, I'm pretty sure. And then Nick promises Monika to vote for her, but I'm pretty sure Nick voted for Jack this round.
Yeah, or I think she ended up going to him and she said, can you save my, like, however, I think it was like 20K? Yeah. Can you save my 20K for a later vote? And he said yes.
Oh, wait, I think that was round 4.
Oh.
But I think, no, you're right, actually. I think they started discussing it round 3. She gave it to him round 4, and then she was like, but save it to the last round and use it, like, to vote for me last round. So, yeah, you're right. But, yeah, ultimately, we see Jack go through this round, which we see the 2 smart people at this point go through to top 6. Go them. The funniest thing to me was when Tyler lifted up Jack, though.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
It was so funny. Like, he just looked like a little doll, like, being, like, lifted up.
Yeah. It's so funny.
But yeah, that's probably such a relief, dude, to get through so early and then just watch the chaos ensue.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Crazy. Sometimes, though, I think, like, dang, maybe I do want to be there for the later rounds just because, like, I can get more money.
I know, that is unfortunate if you go out early and it's like...
Yeah.
Dang,
I mean, I guess it really just depends what you value, like your shot at 5 mil or more money.
Yeah.
Which I guess I would choose the shot at 5 mil.
Right. Like, it really just felt like that was the challenge of, like, choosing, do I want to keep the money I've already stolen or do I want to compete? And it was like, if you want to compete, you got to give it up. Like, you're not making it out with it then.
Right.
And it was just like the people who want to compete versus the people who want money. That's just what it felt like the whole time.
Yeah. And honestly, that's what bothered me about Brett. It's like, bro, you got your 250K and you're still expecting to move on. And like the thought that he's an option at this point still also bothers me.
I know.
Because
I know.
In my opinion, I guess this is okay, I'm just gonna say it because I just want to say it now. Like, when you think about Nick's position, Nick took 250K, but gave up his shot at getting voted through. So in Nick's mind, like, or how I would be thinking as Nick, I'm like, okay, well, he did the same thing as me and he's still going to get pushed through. Like, I don't want him to go through,
Oh, I
you
agree.
know?
Yeah, I agree. Because
So,
yeah, they did the same thing. Why couldn't it be Nick? Yeah, if I was him, I'd be
exactly.
angry, like, dang, like, yeah, no, he's not getting sent through. Like, we're both blacklisted from the finale pretty much now. Like,
Hmm.
you gotta just accept that. And it
Yeah.
is crazy to me, like, that Brett even thought, which I mean, we'll just have to see. Like, maybe I'm gonna sound stupid, but it's like crazy to me that he thought he was gonna get voted through in the first place. Like when he said at the beginning of the episode, like, oh, I'm gonna wait till the later rounds to get voted through.
Yeah.
Like, do you think he really thought? He really thought? Like, maybe he will. Who knows? But I don't think he will get voted through.
Yeah, I mean, it's just yeah, it honestly just bothers me. And who else? Like I know Kady, yeah, maybe Kady would vote for Brett, but who else in his mind is he like, yeah, like they'll vote for me. I don't know.
Right.
Obviously, but like without bribing, like no one's gonna vote for you. No offense. Like it's not like he's a mean
Yeah.
guy or anything, but just like everyone else had stronger alliances at this point. And it's like
Yeah.
also to the point of Nick was probably one of the top social people in this game. So again, why wouldn't he get pushed through
Yeah.
over you?
Yeah. I feel like Nick honestly could have had such a good chance of getting voted through. Like, I think just because of his alliance alone.
Right. Like I think if he genuinely like talked to his alliance and was like, guys, can you still try to get me through? Then they maybe would have done something. Like Tyler would have stayed in longer so he could vote for Nick
Yeah.
and like send Nick through first and like stuff like that. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think Nick just knew he accepted his fate, unlike Brett. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he got the money he needed, which I'm pretty sure he ended up with 300K, but he got the
Yeah.
money he needed and he was like, okay, now I'm going to give my friends a chance. Whereas Brett going through, it's like, honestly, I wouldn't want Brett in the final 6 with me because you know he's going to favor whatever is best for himself compared to
Yeah.
having Nick there, who is like your number one ally. So again, it's just
Yeah.
more to the point of I wouldn't want Brett in the finale, honestly.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, let's move into round 4. Round 4, known as Operation Sugar Mama, according to Jim, which that just cracked me up. Like, bro, it's just unreal. He was just having a grand old time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we started the round with Kady saying, I'm going to be honest, I'm just going to take the highest bidder. Whoever gives me the most money is getting my vote. Which, Kady, such a nice girl. And I just, like, why aren't you pushing harder to try to go to the finale? Like, she literally just accepted her fate since round 1.
Yeah.
Like, she never even tried. And in round 1, I'm pretty sure I noticed, like, there wasn't a single phone call showed in the episode that was Kady. And I'm like,
Oh,
so
really?
where is she? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, maybe there was a
Dang.
moment, but in round 1, there was just nothing. And obviously, it was focused on, like, other players and, like, Tyler getting pushed through. But we just didn't see any type of push from her at all.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder if, like, similar to how Jim and Monica, they kind of knew, like, oh, Monica's just gonna get pushed through and Jim's just gonna get his money. I wonder if because they're like a duo, they had the same kind of thought, like, it's so unlikely that we're both gonna get pushed through. And
who,
Hannah was
like,
the one that's
Kady
gonna get
and,
pushed
oh,
through.
yeah, Kady and
Yeah,
Hannah.
like Katie and Hannah. And so then once Hannah's gone, it's like, well, who's gonna rally for Kady as much as Hannah would have, you know?
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah, I agree. I wish she had made a stronger effort. But maybe she did just see that challenge and she was like, oh, I'm just gonna make a lot more money. Like that's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna do.
yeah.
But I like the highest bidder like strategy though. Like when if you get to that point where you're like, oh, I'm not gonna make it through. Oh wait, I just had a strategy idea. Okay, I was gonna say I like that strategy because then it's like that takes the feelings out of it and you're just being like for real. Like if you give me the most money, I will vote for you. Like I still care about you, but I'm trying to make the most money. I feel like that's a good way to separate feelings and logic. And let everybody know
Mhm.
that you're not playing off of feelings. So I think that's a good strategy. Imagine if she had done that and then racked in money, and then the last round she's like, "Okay, I'll give each of you 50K if you vote for me."
Yeah, yeah,
That would be
that would
good.
be sick. Because honestly, she would have had a shot. Because why is her chance? And honestly, she would have more of a
Yeah.
chance than Brett.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, if she could have so
So
done. I don't know how much money she had at the end of the episode, but I don't think it was low. Like I think it was
yeah, I
pretty
mean, I
good. Like
think
she
yeah,
could have.
because everyone kept bribing her.
Oh, wait, she did make a comment like that. She said, "Is anyone willing to take a bribe lower than that, and
Yeah,
then
lower
Jim said,
though.
"Well, could she have offered higher? She might not have had
Maybe
the money
not,
to
'cause
even offer
yeah,
higher."
maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the number she had. But honestly, she only needed how many votes do you need to go through in the final round? Technically 2. So she could have
Yeah,
just
too.
bribed 2 people a ton of money and said, "Just vote for me,"
Yeah.
if she really wanted to. But I don't think
Yeah,
she
too.
wanted to give up her money. But yeah, because she starts collecting in round 4, August bribes Kady 25K, but Monika is trying to counteract, and then Kady gets emotional because she feels bad that she's letting down Monika, who's essentially helped her make it this far in the game thus far. They've kind of been on the same team since obstacles. So it's like, I don't know, she just felt really bad. She gets emotional. But what makes her emotional is Jim, which Jim, yeah, he really tried to push Kady to switch up, and he,
Yeah.
like, guilt tripped her about not helping Monika this round, which honestly felt bad for Kady.
I know, I felt so bad too. I was like, if that was me, I would have been, like, devastated too. I would have been so devastated. So I felt so bad for Kady. Like, I understand the
Yeah.
strategy on Jim and Monica's side, but that was a tough watch. That was tough.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, there was just so much money getting thrown around. Cory started giving out the bribes in order for them to vote for him next round, and then this is when Monika gave Nick 20K for basically no reason at this point in time, but she said it was for a promise to vote for her in a later round. But it's like Nick could really screw her over and just be like, "Yeah, nah." Like,
Yeah.
no. But she's, like, kind of planning ahead like Cory was, I guess. But it's funny, like, seeing and I guess round 6 is when it happened the most, but, like, seeing people get panicky over someone giving someone else money, it's like, "Wait, but I just gave you money, so why are they giving you money? Are you actually gonna vote for me?"
Yeah.
There's just a lot of distrust going on at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
um,
That was so
but yeah,
interesting.
Nick gets up to 300K at this point. So he's living lavish. I'd
Mhm.
be pretty happy with that, honestly. And yeah, this was the round or yeah, I'm pretty sure $160,000 was just thrown around this round. So a lot of money just flying
That's
around, which
crazy.
it's just comical. It's honestly just comical. People running with bags of money on their shoulders, trying to
Yeah.
get money. Like it's just such a crazy concept, honestly.
Yeah. No, literally.
But yeah,
And then
so who
now
goes through this round?
I think now it's Cory.
But who went through round
Oh,
4?
Jack just went through, right?
No, Jack was round 3.
Well, then wait, I thought Cory was
No.
after Jack.
No, round 4 is August. Round 5 is Cory,
Oh,
right?
yeah, because August has his whole moment with Kady where he's like or she says, "I feel
Yeah.
so bad." He said, "You won't when the show comes out."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that was
yeah.
honestly such a good line because, like, they had their speculation about what happened with the coin, but they don't have the solid evidence yet, and so I liked that. I was like, "That was good." So, yeah, he
Yeah.
convinced Kady to just vote for him.
I wonder what Katie's thoughts are, like, now that the episode's all out. Like, I wonder if she's
Yeah.
like, "Dang, I felt bad for nothing."
Yeah, right. Yeah, because as a
But
viewer, we know, like, you're like, "No, you don't have to vote. You don't have to do that." Like,
yeah.
she has a lot of money.
No,
Um
literally. So, wait. So, yeah, August went through. Jim hated that round for
Mhm.
some I remember Jim said, like, "Complete dud of a round." But he just said that because he didn't get any money. So
Yeah. Yeah, right.
so, yeah. But there was a lot that happened, so
No, for sure. And is now when they do the circle where they're all standing there?
yeah, so round 5 is all talking face to face in front of everyone,
Dang,
which
yeah.
it just bothered me that look, no nothing against Cory, I'm so glad he went through, but this would have been so tea if, like, they actually had to figure out who they were voting for.
Yeah, if it was like a drama round. Yeah, if it had even
Yeah.
just been like the round before with August versus Monica, that would have been crazy. That would have been
Yeah.
crazy. That would have been crazy.
No, I
But I mean,
agree.
that was such a good round for Cory though, because it's like he already felt confident that he had people's votes for that round, but then it's like now in
Mhm.
person, it's like I would
Yeah.
have been so pumped if I was Cory in that moment. Like that would have been so huge.
Yeah. Like, literally, like, the prep paid off, like, he literally
Yeah,
didn't have
like
to fight.
yeah, that was so good.
Kind of made the face to face, like, kind of pointless, honestly. So from a production standpoint, yeah, I guess that kind of sucks. But there was enough drama between rounds 4 and 6 to make a build up of it. So it's
Yeah.
fine. So yeah, let's get into the final round, which final round is
Mhm.
just free roam. It's combining all rounds in one. You get to do whatever you want.
Yeah, so Brett makes his offer to everybody that 3 people can split 3 I don't remember how much money it was, to be honest, but
No.
3 people can split money or yeah, he would either offer enough money for 3 people to split it or more money and just 2 people split it. And
Really?
then we see Nick raise his hand, Jim raise his hand, and then I don't even remember seeing Kady raise her hand, but she was just roped into being the 3rd. And yeah, and then Monika doesn't say anything but just goes into her cube.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I don't remember the numbers at all, but I remember that at first it was just Nick and Jim. And then first Kady says, like, will anyone take less?
Oh, yeah.
And obviously no one wanted to take less. So then Kady says to Brett, like, for 37K, I'll vote for you. So she got a little more than actually I don't want to make that quote because I don't know. But either way, yeah, they all got
Yeah.
a payout from Brett. And then yeah, we see Monika walk into her cube and
Then she summons in Nick. She goes
yes.
and then and then we hear what's really going on from Monika's perspective, and she's saying that Jim is just playing Brett and Kady right now just to get more money,
Mhm.
and that Nick should just vote for Monika because Jim is actually just voting for Monika. And then we see what's happening out with Monika and Kady while Brett's getting the money, and Jim's like convincing Kady that she should not vote for Brett because why should she? He took more money.
Right. Yeah. So that was a whole honestly, it's kind of I want to know, did Jim and Monika like discuss this plan or did it just
I know.
happen?
I don't know.
Like I
Maybe
don't
she
know.
just knew when like Jim took the bribe, like he's not actually doing that.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, I want to know that too.
Yeah, like she knows for sure Jim's going to vote for her. But it's just like
Right.
I don't know, it's interesting the dynamic just of how like she talked to Nick, but then Jim's suddenly on the same page of like the
Yeah.
exact plan. So I don't there obviously there's probably a conversation in between that we just didn't see. And
Right.
I guess we didn't
For
even
sure.
see the whole thing play out because we don't know who went through. But yeah, Monika has like the little fake out with the 10K and Brett gets all anxious because he sees Monika walking with money. He's like, "Wait, well what's that for? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
like,
my
no,
gosh.
what? She's just giving
Yeah,
it
and
to
he's like
Jim.
and then when Jim's like, "Oh, more money." And then Brett's like, "Well, why is she giving you money?" And then he's like, "Oh, like we're just being stupid." And then Brett's like, "What?" Like,
What?
what is going on? But I have to
They're
say, like, going
spiraling.
back to when Jim and Kady were, like, talking, like, when Brett was gone, I ate up that moment. Like, there's something just so good in, like, the plotting. I don't know, it just, like, made me so excited when Jim's like, "It's your money anyways. That's the money he took from you." Like, I was like, "Oh," I would be so convinced. I'd be like, "Wait,
Yeah.
that is my money.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should
yeah,
just
when
take it."
he was like, he's basically, like, balancing out the 1,000,000
Yeah.
split with his money. I'm like,
And then this is
"Oh,
your time to
okay."
make it right with Monika for not taking anything.
Yeah,
That was so good. Like, he really cooked. He really cooked with
yeah.
that.
Wait, did it I'm pretty sure Monica was like, Jim's, like, cooking something or I don't
Yeah.
even know. There was a line where
Yeah.
someone used the word cooking.
Yeah,
So
she said Jim's cooking Brett and Kady right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that was crazy. But okay, yeah, and then we get to the vote and it ends up being 1-1-1 because Kady votes for
Oh my
Brett, Jim
gosh.
votes for Monica, Monica votes for Jim, Brett votes for Nick. And so now we have Nick voting for who? We don't know. We don't know. So let's talk about the theories of what could happen. What
Ugh.
could happen.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy to think that if Nick just has, like, a change of heart and is like, "Oh, well, I promised 2 people, I'm just gonna throw it away," that, like, Jim could go through.
Right. Or
Like, that's crazy. Or Kady?
wait. No, Kady has
Does
no
Kady go
chance
through?
because she
Okay.
doesn't have a single vote, right?
Okay, yeah, so it
Technically
would
he
just be
okay, no,
Jim.
technically he could vote for Kady and then it would be a tie. What would
Yeah.
that would be crazy.
But
That
I
would be
think
crazy.
because I was thinking about that last night. I was like, what if you vote for Kady to throw it away? But I think they would have made that the cliffhanger instead it was a tie and they have to revote or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that would have been such a good cliffhanger. Like, who's it gonna be
Yeah.
then? Like, what do you think I'm to
Yeah.
do now?
Yeah, it would be like
So that makes me think
that
it
what
didn't
is that
tie.
called? sudden death, like, almost round. It's like, "You
Yeah,
have 2
right.
minutes to talk to everyone to
Right.
revote." Like, that would be crazy.
That would be
That would be crazy.
crazy. Can you imagine the chaos if just every single person got a vote?
Yeah, that's a theory. Him throwing away a vote to Jim is a theory, and then Jim goes
Yeah.
through. I just can't I don't see Nick voting for Brett, though.
I don't
Like, why
either.
he has
I
no
don't
reason to
either.
do that. Literally no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be either a throwaway vote on Jim or him intentionally, like, voting for Monica, like, keeping his word.
Yeah.
But it would just be so crazy if he throws away the vote to Jim, and then Jim goes through and, like, I just can't imagine that.
Yeah. I low-key wish, like, it would've been Kady last to vote, and then well, actually, no, because Kady voted for Brett. But in some world, like, Brett votes for Nick as a throwaway vote, but then someone else voted for Nick, and then Nick goes through. It's just like, Nick wasn't even trying to do this, but he went through. That
Yeah.
would be crazy, but that's just
I
not a
know,
possibility.
that would've been so insane. That would've been so insane.
Yeah.
That would honestly be, like, so hype. Because I mean, Nick's such, like, a main character too, so it's just, like that would've just been lit if he had gone through too. But yeah, I mean, I would be so shocked if Brett goes through.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I
just based on
agree,
his
like
edit alone, like, he didn't even
yeah,
get that much time on that episode.
right. But then again, when you think back to season 1, like, I know season 2 is so different with, like, storytelling and, like, the buildup, but season 1, we really didn't know everyone
Yeah.
personally at all, like,
Yeah.
besides Jeff.
Yeah, besides Jeff and Tawana.
Yeah. And again, like, maybe Brett plays the role of Gage, and it's like Gage, he was the quiet guy that never said anything, but then
That's
ends up
true.
getting to the finale.
That's a good
Does
point.
Tyler play that role? I don't know. Tyler's been pretty quiet. He's had some more prominent roles in the past few episodes, but I don't know. Hannah's also the quiet person too. That's the thing. There's a lot of people that like the big personalities aren't going through essentially. Like Jim, Monica, Nick,
Yeah.
in my opinion, are like the big personalities of this season.
Yeah.
And Jack. But Jack is
Yeah.
Jack, so he doesn't
But
really
yeah, Jack
cause
is
any
Jack.
problems other than like the red cubes, which no one even knew about in the games at this point. So it's like he's like the nice guy that kind of got sent through.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that's why the finale is going to be really interesting with at least the people that we have so far without these big voices, aka Jim. Unless Jim goes through, but if Jim
Oh my
isn't
god.
there, like it'll be interesting to see who is like quote unquote like the main big personality in the finale, you know?
Yeah. I want to see everybody's face if Jim accidentally goes through. Because I mean, if Nick votes Jim, it's not because he thinks Jim is going through.
Right.
Like, it's not because he thinks that anybody's voting for Jim. He's voting for Jim because he doesn't want to pick, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that'll be crazy seeing people's reaction like that it was Jim.
And it would be crazy. That's why Loki could make sense just because, you know, think about the audience's reaction. And production's like, oh, we're gonna make it between these two people. But then it's gonna be
Yeah,
someone else and everyone's gonna
and then it's just
like
Jim.
yeah. And then
Like, that would
honestly
just
it
be
would
so
make
good.
sense. Like, especially with Jim. Like it's Jim.
Yeah,
You know? It's Jim. So
it's Jim.
yeah, that would be
I mean,
crazy.
that's just such good television to like, you know, like you just said, like I didn't even think about it like that. Like the audience is so focused on Monica or Brett, and then it's like Jim. Like what? Oh, that'll just be
Yeah.
so crazy if that happens.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. And then I guess talking towards the finale, the only thing we've really seen is in the behind the scenes where me and Ivy have talked about this, but we saw them kicking the balls at the hearts, and we're like, no, that's probably so hard. And I would suck at that,
Yeah.
knowing me, because I'm not a soccer, football fanatic type of person.
Yeah. Fanatic.
So it's one thing to have to throw it like they did in season 1. It's another thing to have to kick a ball at a heart. That's really not that big.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I feel like we'd heard that like the season 1 when they were like throwing the ball, I think in the behind the scenes that was like hours upon hours they were throwing.
Yeah.
Like it was an insane amount of time because they just weren't making it. So I can only imagine how long soccer, like kicking where it's harder to aim, at least in my opinion, harder, how long that would take.
Yeah. And that's why it's kind of surprising that they brought that concept back because of like how long it took in season 1. But then again, I guess it's like I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm really interested to see if the finale is similar to season 1, just how this whole season has kind of been similar to season 1, just with like a slight twist. Because
Yeah.
if it is season 1, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see the kicking ball, we know for sure. And then after that was the memory game. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's gonna be something different since in episode 6 or 7, they did the memory.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like it'll be something else, like, smart leaning like that,
Yeah. But that's the
for
thing. Do
sure.
we think like the final games are going to favor strong versus smart at all? Or do you think it's just going to more so be an even playing field like the cases were in the finale, you know, of
Yeah.
season
I
1?
think I think the very last game is just gonna be the briefcase game again. Or a briefcase for sure, briefcases, but, like, I don't know if it'll be the same thing with, like, the wheel that spins, but I think it'll be briefcase, like, bluffing again as the
Yeah.
finale, like, the very last challenge. But I don't
Yeah.
know, that's a good point because it almost feels, like, unfair if it's, like, something really physical in the last
Right.
episode that they have to do, and it's like, "Oh, well, that stinks for Hannah and Jack." Like, I don't know. I feel like it'll be like things where kinda like kicking, like that kinda is a even playing field. Like you don't have to be like a bodybuilder to kick a ball. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, your aim might be worse than somebody who plays soccer a lot, but you don't have to have like these crazy skills to like have a chance in the challenge.
Right. So, do you think we're going to see a top 50 vote again? Have we forgotten about that?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, I hope. I hope.
Here's the thing, who would it be? It's hard to guess because we weren't there, and it's like dynamics in the city are very different than the dynamics the show shows, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Are we
So
talking
who
about
would it
who would
be?
get the least votes? Like
Yeah, who would
who
get the
everybody
least?
'Cause okay, we have to clarify again because I always feel guilty when this gets brought up. We were told to name people in the order we like them. Like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is my best friend, this is my best friend." And we weren't told that they were gonna be measuring it backwards. So that makes me feel
Yeah,
guilty every time I think about it. I'm like, I didn't put the people I don't like. You know what I mean? I just put the people I did like and then
right. Yeah, it was
it
like
just
yeah, we had to
fell
rank
into
who we
that way.
wanted to win the most, like who was still
Yeah.
remaining in the game. And it's like, so if I don't really know these people, I'm putting them on the bottom.
Yeah.
So, no
Yeah.
vengeance there, just we
Yeah.
were unaware. And then they took a picture of us next to our board for like
You're
evidence. And
like,
I'm like,
yeah.
where's this
Like,
going?
oh. Oh
Oh
my
my god,
gosh,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I wonder, I
Um,
mean, why not? Why don't we see that
yeah,
again?
that'll be interesting. And I wonder if, like, because we had top 50, but I wonder if they would do, like, top 20.
20?
Yeah, like, I think that'd make more sense for their season, or even, like, if they had asked oh, no, I was gonna say top 10, but that would be only 4 other people, so that doesn't make sense. But
True.
yeah, top 20 would be crazy.
Yeah. And honestly, well, if Brett goes through, I think it's pretty obvious
Yeah,
that likely Brett would be on the bottom.
I
I
agree.
honestly think Jack and Tyler would be at the top, maybe with Nick. I feel like Jim
Yeah.
would maybe fall lower just because he's loud.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
it would be the
know.
nice people at the top. Even
Yeah.
that's the thing with Hannah, like she's so sweet. And I feel like all the feedback
Mhm.
we've gotten from season 2 players is like she was the nicest person
Yeah.
ever. So I feel like she would be ranked pretty
Yeah.
high too.
I know, I think her and Cory would be, like, towards
Oh
the very
yeah,
top of
Cory.
that, like, they would be
Yeah.
safe, for sure.
Yeah.
So then who wouldn't be
Yeah.
safe?
That's the
I
thing. Yeah,
mean
that's where it gets dicey, I guess.
yeah, I mean, obviously Brett if Brett goes through, he's cooked.
Shoot, yeah. I hope they do some type of vote again. Because it was, I mean, it
Yeah,
was a pretty heavy social game this season too, especially with alliances. So we'll
yeah.
see.
Who do you think's most likely to take $1,000,000 bribe?
I would say Jack,
That's what
if
I
I'm
was
gonna be
thinking
honest.
too.
Like
Yeah, that's
I mean, he's
exactly what I was
young.
thinking.
He wants his friends to win probably, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jack
Mhm.
were to take $1,000,000.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, another thing to point out, which I'm pretty sure I may have saw this on Reddit or maybe it was just Instagram, but someone like screenshotted the description of season 2 and it was like people win money, Lamborghinis, and then something else. So I'm like, wait, one, we haven't seen a Lamborghini bribe yet, and two, like maybe that's where those 10 Lamborghinis come into play. Like in the finale, maybe a Lambo is another bribe
Oh
for
my gosh.
something at some point.
Yeah.
Because why are you saying that if it's not true? But then
Yeah.
again, maybe I think maybe they're referring to season 1
Yeah,
because
maybe.
I don't know. I'm
But
just saying. I just wanted to point that out.
But it's true, like, there wasn't a Lamborghini at all this season, but there was in season 1.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't be crazy to think that that comes into play. It would make sense, honestly, to me if in the finale or, like yeah, in the finale, there's a lot more prizes given out to everybody, because I think that
Right.
complicates things too. Like, if there's an option to well, maybe this is a stretch, but I was gonna say maybe if there's an option to win a Lamborghini and you're still competing, because then it adds like a layer of complicated where like, okay, if I win the Lamborghini, like I have a less chance of
Winning and all.
winning. But do I want to try to win it? Like, I don't know. Like, it just adds so many layers.
Yeah. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I think we'll definitely see the $1 million bribe come out again. I've seen some theories too about bringing the coin back, which I have very strong disbelief that it would come back, because why would Jimmy
Yeah.
want to do that after he
Yeah.
just sold it? But that would be
Mhm.
crazy too. It's funny to
Yeah.
see the internet now that there's like an actual fan base behind the show. There's just so many more theories
Right.
that people come up with, and it could be anything because it's Mr. Beast. Like, you really don't
Right.
know. So
Yeah, no,
that
for
would be
sure.
crazy.
Yeah, I'll be shocked to see the coin come back, especially because of the edit. Like, when the coin went out, how they did that, like, really dramatic edit of the coin being sold.
Mhm.
It would be crazy if it came back.
And it's like, who would flip it? Like, I don't see
Yeah.
anyone at that point being like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna risk it all and flip it.
Why do I low-key feel like Hannah would flip it? Like, I feel like
Nuh-uh.
she would have, like, the confidence to. Like, I don't know. Like, can you wait, there's something she said that makes me think that. But, I mean, I don't think the coin's gonna come back in general.
Yeah.
But something about how people said she was there for, like, the experience and, like, whatever. I don't know. In my head, I'm like, "Wait, what if she flipped it to be, like" because I mean, it's a baller thing to
Yeah.
do, like, to do that, like, that is crazy. So, props to anybody if they do flip a coin because that took guts.
Low-key, I wouldn't be surprised if shout out Gage, sorry. But I wouldn't be surprised if Hannah takes the 1 million.
Yeah,
Like,
I
and
know,
immediately. Because she turned down 1 million, so why wouldn't she? And she would probably
Yeah.
think, okay, well, all of these people had stronger relationships than me throughout
Yeah.
if it is a voting thing. So, like, why wouldn't I take it? So maybe
Yeah.
we'll see that.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Which that's the thing, like, Jack came to mind first, and I feel like I could definitely see him being, like, getting 3rd place, like, making it all the way to that part. But, yeah, there's something about Hannah's edit that would make sense if she gets the $1 million bribe.
Mhm. And Jack has been
I don't know.
saying, like, I'm here to win. Like, I don't want to leave until I win. So that makes me think, like, okay, wait, maybe Bro
Yeah.
doesn't take it.
Oh, dang, I wish we knew.
Wish we knew. Guess we'll find out in freaking 6 days. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, any more theories to throw out there? This is kind of almost like our final podcast of predictions until everything's
know.
out there in the open. So kind of sad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dang, season 2's coming to an end.
Yeah. Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that.
Yo,
I
guys,
don't
comment
think
down
I have
below what season you like better.
Yeah, also comment down below who your favorite, like, contestants are whose names have 3 letters.
Yeah, comment down below.
Let us know.
Let us know. 3 letters, duo, girls.
3 letters, brown hair.
Brown eyes.
We wanna know what you think.
Okay, yeah, throw out that final theory.
It's crazy to think about the fact that there's gonna be another winner.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, what do you mean Jeff's not the only winner ever of Beast Games?
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary.
Like,
Not my
that's
Jeff.
really wild.
I wonder how Jeff feels. I mean, it's Jeff. He probably is excited. But
I hope that Jeff is friends with whoever wins.
yeah. Which, I mean, why
He
wouldn't
probably
he?
is.
He's Jeff.
Yeah.
He's Jeff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But hey guys, just so you know, don't stop listening to us because we have a lot to look forward to. You know, next week is also the Survivor 50 premiere. This is huge for us, guys. So we're actually going to be together next week. So we won't have a podcast breaking it down immediately. But just know there's a lot of content coming next week and following on Survivor and just us in general and pop culture. So make sure you're subscribed too. by the way, if you are not subscribed already.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the end of our episode 9 discussion. I hope you guys enjoyed listening along. Drop any theories you have about the finale down below. We want to hear them all, so let us know. But besides that, thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and watch all of our other behind the scenes content for Beast Games Season 2. That's all we have for now. See ya.
See ya.